giant fucking cockroach. There's this huge
With your fingers, show me how giant
like
it
the
was.
palm.
Are you serious?
I don't know. To me, it
No,
looks
it's
like
like this, lah, bro.
It's a mature cockroach.
probably-
Let's just put it. It's a mature cockroach.
Okay.
Like those fully matured
Yeah.
big ones,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And it's big. When I say it's big, right?
It's like that big, probably, or like that big, or like that big.
I don't know. That's pretty big.
Yeah, that is pretty big, bro.
That is pretty big. You want to show it
Yeah.
again?
Yeah. Yeah.
That is pretty big.
Hello.
大家好.
And apa khabar, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Epic Arcade.
Initially, this was going to be a spooky, spectacular episode.
Initially.
Right, initially. We have a couple of games that we want to highlight. However, it's not games that we personally want to play. It's games that, I mean, it's the Halloween season. So,
Yeah.
Fig, we both know that you don't like horror.
Yeah, no, fuck it. Yeah.
Like, you just don't like
Nope.
horror. The word horror scares
Yep,
you
nope,
already, right?
nope.
What more a horror game?
Yep. Where you have to control the guy
Yeah,
and
right?
willingly walk into a horror show.
Nah, fuck
Nah,
no.
man.
Okay. Me personally,
No thanks.
I will only play horror game if I'm not alone. By not alone, I mean either I'm playing it with a bunch of friends,
Yeah.
or there is someone else in the room with me willing to get scared together.
Okay, so
with me.
physically.
Yeah.
What if, like,
physically,
What if you're alone in your room, but everybody's on Discord?
no, I
Doesn't
can't do that. I would do that if there's other people playing the same game. It's like a multiplayer horror game.
Yeah,
It's
like
a-
Phasmo.
yeah, like
and
Phasmo, for
everybody's
example.
playing
Yes.
together. That's
Yes.
fine.
Then I don't mind. I can just like, you know what? I'm gonna shit my pants anyways. Why not have a bit of fun shitting my pants
With someone else.
with someone? Yeah, sure, man. Sure.
So if you had to play Five Nights at Freddy's, you wouldn't do it because it's a single player game, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't do it alone, even if people are on Discord watching you,
No, probably not.
right?
Probably not.
Right.
Games like Freddy is like games like Freddy, but like games like Five Nights of Freddy.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Sure. Well, whatever they want to call it. Games like that, like if you were next to me, I would play it.
Right.
Like if you were next to me,
Yeah.
I would play it.
But I will
but-
never be next to you
Yeah.
playing that game.
I mean, even if you were there closing your eyes, as long as I know someone else is next to me, I'm
Right.
completely fine.
right.
Right. So, anyways, we are not talking about games like that. However, we are talking about games that I personally like to watch people play.
Right.
Because there are a lot of amazing indie games out there. Indie horror games out there that I know if I play, I confirm cannot sleep, or I'm just gonna sleep in
Yeah,
between
yeah.
my parents.
Yeah.
Like I'm 31. I'm just gonna like, hey mom, dad, just don't mind me.
Mama.
Right.
Look, I'm gonna say at the top of this episode that there are no horror games that I watch in my free time.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So this is gonna be you like naming some games,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll react to it probably.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like it's gonna be. Because like I don't actively go online and look for streamers who are playing horror games.
Don't you have that like feel you just want to like
No.
scare yourself a bit
No.
at all?
No.
Man,
I hate
that's,
scaring
that's
myself.
pretty wild, man.
The other day, I was scrolling through Instagram, and you know they're like dumb people on Instagram who do like jump scare videos.
Yeah.
I was scrolling through Instagram, and then I dozed off. Like I fell asleep for like 2 minutes, right?
Okay.
And when I woke up, this fucking demon was on my screen.
Like when you wake up, it's like your phone is here.
Yeah, like I was just I was like sleeping. I was scrolling, and I fell asleep. And then when I woke up, I was looking at the screen, and this freaking demon was on. Like that was a proper jump scare.
That's
Because
not,
I wake up and it's the first thing I see, and that was like 12 a.m.
that's not nice.
Yeah, I hate
That's
it.
not
I have no desire to scare myself through movies or video games, but there's an exception here. I do particularly enjoy reading creepypastas.
Give me an example.
I don't know, man. There's so many creepypastas. Okay, one creepypasta was this is a pretty well known one. I don't know if you know it. Squidward suicide.
I don't think I want to know that.
Yeah, so it's I mean you know what creepypasta is,
Yeah,
right?
of
It's
course,
like
yeah.
a bunch of people writing stories like fan fiction, horror fan fiction
Okay.
of certain things, or it's their own made up story. You know what? I haven't browsed creepypasta in a long time. I probably will.
It's such a high school thing.
right?
Yeah, it's such a high school
I
thing.
feel like you just seamlessly grow out of it.
yeah, it's
but-
a phase.
Yeah, but it's such a good thing to like go back. I mean, for me, it's such a good thing to go back to because it's like you stumble upon some really really good writers.
I agree.
Yeah,
I
and
agree.
Squidward Suicide was one of it. It was like I don't know. I don't remember every detail of the plot, but like Squidward kind of loses his mind. I think because like SpongeBob moves away or SpongeBob dies or something.
Oh,
and he loses his
so it's
purpose.
like really in the I mean,
It's in the SpongeBob
it's a fan
universe.
fiction. It's a fan fiction within the SpongeBob
Yeah.
universe
Yeah.
that revolves around. I'm assuming SpongeBob, Squidward, and Patrick.
Yeah. So SpongeBob
Okay.
either moves away or
Don't
dies.
spoil it for me.
Yeah.
Don't
Oh, yeah,
spoil
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I kind of
Either SpongeBob, something happens to SpongeBob.
I'll link it somewhere here.
Yeah.
I'll link it somewhere here.
And then
Wait,
Squidward.
it should be here, there, somewhere.
Yeah, the last one you blocked my face.
I mean, I had to. That's really not my space,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, 'cause I'm fat. Anyways, yeah. So Squidward kind of loses his mind, and then I'll stop it there. I'll stop it there. You can go and read it on your own. There's somebody actually made a video rendition of the creepypasta, which is that's a really good video. You should go and watch it.
After this break, that's all we're going to talk about. Okay. Anyways, why did I say anyways like that? Anyways, there are a couple of games that I really
Yeah.
enjoy watching from a number of creators. You know, like
Markiplier?
Markiplier.
Yeah. Are there streamers or content creators who primarily do horror content?
There is one guy when Phasmo was a very popular thing. There was this creator, I cannot remember his name. He only does
Horror content.
Phasmo streams and Phasmo games.
Oh, Phasmo.
Yeah.
Like okay.
Yeah, Phasmophobia.
Like he doesn't he
Like,
doesn't
his
just
whole-
do general
his
horror
whole
content.
channel revolves around Phasmo.
Phasmo.
It was to the point when I remember this because when he first started playing Phasmo, he was actually afraid. It was to the point that he plays the highest difficulty and he just don't get phased anymore.
Alone?
Alone, yeah, alone.
Shit.
Yeah. it's
Well,
like one
then
of those
again, Phasmo's
creators.
not too scary. It's just creepy. It's
Okay,
eerie.
The first few games, it's definitely scary.
Yeah, 'cause you don't know what to expect, right?
Until you understand the mechanism of the game,
Yeah.
then you're like, you know,
Yeah.
I already see this coming.
Yeah. Because then you have to understand the economy of like buying the tools.
Oh yeah.
And that kind of trumps
yeah.
the fear.
Yep.
Because once you have enough, once you know how to play the economy of buying the tools, then it's like you can be fearless then, right? Because you have everything that you need. Yeah, makes sense.
There are a couple of games, like I said, from creators that I enjoy watching. These are all a list of 5 horror games that I personally watch and I personally enjoy. However, these are also games that I probably would never play alone ever in my life. Right. The first one is this game. It's a series. It's a game called Fears to Fathom.
Fears to Fathom.
Yeah. Fears to Fathom.
Yeah,
There's like Fears to Fathom, Home Alone, Fears to Fathom, Northwood Hitchhike, and then there's Carson House. And the most recent one that everyone is playing right now is called Iron Bark Lookout.
Oof.
Right, and all these 4 games that I just listed have an individual storyline of their own. So on the back of the box itself, right, what Fears to Fathom is like. Fears to Fathom is an episodical psychological horror game where each episode unveils a short story narrated by the ones who survive. Right?
Okay.
So I thought about it. It's like, what's the point? We are on video, right? We're no longer like an audio only podcast.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna show you the video.
Yeah, man, let's go. What is this? Are you showing me? 'Cause there are 4 episodes.
Yeah, I'm
where
gonna
I can
show
see.
you. I'm gonna show you the latest one, which is Ironwood.
EP4?
Iron
Iron Bark Lookout.
Ironwood. Hi, Charles.
Iron
Iron Bark Lookout.
Iron Bark Lookout.
Right,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
dude, I saw this on TikTok. Someone playing it. Did I have to share it with you?
Okay, hold on. Are there jump scares? You don't know. Great.
I do know, but it's more psychological horror, so it's not like PT kind of horror. PT is like in your face kind of jump scare,
Yeah, but
right?
but the thing is, like, horror in itself is psychological. So what is psychological horror?
I don't really
You
get
get what I mean? Like,
psychological horror is like the fear where you take a shit and you're afraid that somewhere a duck is looking at you.
I'll tell you, my irrational fear
Okay.
is somebody tickling my butt from inside the toilet bowl.
Have you seen instances where people take videos of like snakes or frog popping up of their
Yeah, or
toilet?
spiders.
Oh my Jesus, man.
That's why they say always flush the toilet before you use it. But I still don't.
So I have a very irrational fear from primary school all the way up to like Form 1, if not mistaken. I
Yeah.
was in scouts.
Yeah.
Right. I
Well,
was
that's
in
cute.
scouts. Yeah, it is. It's also why, I'm not. Yeah.
Why?
So
Why? What?
no. Like I'm
Like that's why I'm not in scouts.
I enjoy physical activities.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's like 6-7 years. Anyways, that's not the important thing. So every year we go into like Janda Bayi or like one of those I was about to say missionary camps, but those camp / workshop kind of
Yeah.
thing where you bring children to and you let them experience life.
Yeah.
Camps like that we usually go 3 days 2 nights. Right, then they bring you jungle trekking. They teach you how to like set up a tent. They teach you the ropes. They give you motivational talks and stuff like that. Every time I remember, every year that I go, I will hold in my shit for 3 days 2 nights.
Why?
Because you're in the jungle. Number one, the toilet got no light.
Yeah, where do you have to take a shit? Is there like a specific place you have to take a shit, or do you just take a shit anywhere?
They have like those modernized WC, like those modernized washroom.
I bet they stink.
It's like an outhouse. Yeah, it stink, right? And it's like those towels where no one has washed it for like years,
Oh.
and then there's like mud prints everywhere.
Oh.
Anyways, that's still okay.
Yeah.
I remember vividly. There's this one time I went. I really, really needed to take a shit, and I just went. And I saw the toilet bowl like just moving.
Huh.
The toilet bowl
was moving.
And I was like, I really need to take a shit. I was curious. I was like, what the fuck's under the toilet bowl? I don't have a fucking snake there.
Oh, fuck.
I used my feet to kick it up, and it was all slugs. It was all just slugs around. Ayya.
Wait, so did you take a shit?
No, I did not in the end. And that's how my trauma of like public toilets kind of built up. I don't use public toilets. I'm afraid of public toilets.
But there aren't going to be slugs in like the middle of the pavilion, right?
It's that
it's you can't unsee it.
It's that trauma, yeah. It's like
Damn.
slugs just around the toilet bowl.
I'm so glad I don't have that trauma because I can take a shit anywhere.
I can't
like literally. I can.
I can't.
Not anywhere. The toilet needs. There's a list of things that needs to check the box.
Let's go. What's the
checklist? To be able to poop in public, right? Like the floor can't be wet. The toilet bowl can't be wet. The bidet spray needs a head. Can't be like one of those.
Okay, like those unscrewed ones.
Yeah,
okay.
Then you have to like put a finger on one side.
Yes, I get what you mean.
Increases the pressure, and then it goes everywhere.
We would not survive in a war,
bro.
Mainly not because we cannot aim or shoot. It's because we got hygiene.
Bro,
issues.
I cannot survive at camp.
Right, okay. What more a war, right?
I never go camping. I never go glamping.
Dude, but glamping is okay. I mean,
like the closest thing to glamping that I do is like a staycation.
Yeah, man, you're spoiled brat, man.
I'm not I spoiled myself. Yes.
Do you like hiking? Would you go hiking?
I would go to Broga. I've never been, but I would go to Broga.
Okay.
And that's fine because that's like that's a close-ended activity. I mean, so is camping, right? But it's like a same day thing.
Okay.
And I don't have to stay there, and I can make sure I shit the fuck out of my out of like.
Okay.
I
would really want you
hiking.
to go camping with me, like just one day, like just one day, one night.
It's never gonna happen.
It will.
It's never gonna happen.
You have to.
I have designed my life as such that I don't have to go camping.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So,
fair enough.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
That's just as horror for me.
Maybe one
as
day.
Like horror movies.
Like we ask all the boys.
Like no.
Because I also understand you have FOMO. Like you have really.
Yeah, I have really bad FOMO, but I hate camping more.
What if I ask all the boys to like, guys, let's go camping?
You can go. I'll call you all on FaceTime.
Damn,
but I don't know if you're gonna have line to pick up. See, I don't have anything against camping. It's just not for me.
It's not you.
yeah, it's not how I do things. But if people enjoy camping, the more power to them. Like I know a lot of people enjoy camping. They enjoy like the rawness of the experience and you know, like being with nature and all that. That's fine. But I run at the first scent of
Nature.
poop,
Oh,
like
okay.
animal poop. I go like, "Bleh." And yeah, I mean, like, I'm not. Look, I'm not a diva,
Sure.
right? And if I'm not in this like,
Civilization,
no, no, no,
like a civilized society where pipes and washroom exist.
yeah, like I need a bidet spray.
You know how Dwayne Johnson goes around with like a trailer full of his gym equipment?
Yeah.
Maybe you should do that. You should just go around with like a trailer of like high class bathrooms.
Yeah, and then I need my bed, my silk sheets.
Yeah, everything is in there.
Yeah, I need like I need to make sure all the pillows have you know, the Nitori cold
my-
thing.
So we
Oh man,
we are talking about video games here, right? All right. So
I don't even know what we're talking about anymore, bro. We're talking about horror, and this is horror to me, like camping.
3, 2, 1. So the first game is called Fears to Fathom.
Yeah, fears to fathom. Yeah,
Ironbark Lookout.
yeah. Let's go.
And
Okay,
we're-
so who is this guy?
8-bit
Ryan.
No, very well. Dude, I'm getting tears in my eyes. I'm not stupid. I know what I'm hearing. I know exactly what I'm
We're
hearing.
gonna put like a clip here.
There's someone
Yeah.
out there when they want to take me out even more. They wanted I mean, it's chill. So, the next episode, finally, in the Fears to Fathom series, is gonna head and drop. It is called Ironbark Lookout. Place your bets, everyone. We're hungry. Let's go. Hey, man, how you doing?
See, it's-
That for
it's-
me, man. You read my mind. Welcome.
You know, okay, you know the thing is, right? Like the people who make like horror stuff, right? They know if it's high res, it's not gonna be as scary.
Yeah.
But when it's like PS1,
Yeah, dude.
it's like so freaking scary because I don't know what it is.
Because I believe games like this is probably made by like one developer. It's like a one-man team, right?
Is
and
it
the
though?
fact that okay, so I have watched previous Fears to Fathom games, and it's all like this. It's a very 8-bit, 16-bit
Yeah.
era. It's a very PS1 rendition of
Yeah.
the game. Although it's released this year, the narrative itself is really, really scary.
Yeah, I'm sure the story is captivating.
Yeah, and
It's
to me,
compelling.
this is like a casual horror film.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not as scary when the host itself is just narrating the story to me.
Yeah.
Right? And so, if I'm not mistaken, Ironbark Lookout is about cults. It's about hold on, it says here. Yeah, okay. You play the role as a Firewatch worker. So you know what a Firewatch worker is, right?
I may, but you can explain.
So
it to me, maybe.
I mean, this is my understanding. A Firewatch worker is those people that works at national parks, and every national park, because it's so huge, they have a Firewatch tower. So
Okay.
just picture a wooden tower, a wooden cabin in the middle of the jungle, and their job is just to go around, go there, stay a couple of nights or a couple of shifts, and just to look out for fires and report it. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like
They're like
Smokey the Bear. You know Smokey the Bear?
forest lifeguards.
Yeah, Smokey Smokey Bear. Yeah, Smokey
Okay,
Bear.
okay, yeah,
right?
yeah.
So they're like forest watchers, just to make sure that there's no fires around.
Yeah.
Okay. So you play as a fire watch worker, and you have to patrol the large forest during day and night. So in the day, it's like, okay, we're watching the day now, right? But at night, you start to realize that there's weird things happening. Like you'll see fire, you'll see people walking around, and then the clip I saw was that he was overlooking a cult. All right, he was
Okay.
overlooking a cult, but the cult don't know he was there.
Mm.
So he wanted to take his phone out to take a picture of it for proof. But
Flash.
the flash turned on, and the cult stopped whatever they're doing.
Looked
All of
straight at
them
him.
turned back and looked straight at him, and he had to run. And I was like, shit, this actually looks interesting. I haven't watched this episode yet, but that's the basis of it. Hold on. So that's one, right? This is Fierce to Fathom. Then the other one is SCP Observer. And you probably heard of SCP.
Yeah, the parking brand.
No, it's not the parking brand. It's, I mean, fine, okay, fine. It's fucking hell to say
Parking
it name.
company.
But SCP, do you know of SCP?
I've heard of it, yes.
So SCP is like a series of, hold on, I forgot what it stands for. What is SCP?
Saya cuma penakut.
You want to repeat that again?
Saya cuma penakut.
So the SCP Foundation is a fictional secret organization fostered by the collaborative writing wiki project of the same name. It says SCP stands for Secure, Contain, and Protect. And usually whenever...
It's a fictional
yeah,
organization.
everything is fictional. So there's a whole number of SCP projects. And okay, so it says examples of SCP. Project SCP-055 is a mysterious memory erasing anomaly known as the anti-meme that causes anyone who examines it to forget its existence, thus making the object's characteristics indescribable except in terms of what it is not.
Wow.
So it's a whole random list of anomalies that happens in the world or in this fictional world.
Right.
So it started off as a project where people just write creepypastas, and it became a whole series of it. So people create random SCPs.
Okay. I need a distinction between real life and fantasy right now.
Okay.
So SCP,
Not the parking brand.
not the parking company. SCP as an object here is fictional.
Yes, it's fake.
The people using SCP as a base is real.
Yes.
Okay, so people are writing, actual people are writing fictional stories based on SCPs.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Got it. I have the picture in my head now.
And then this is another weird one. SCP-108 is a Nazi bunker
Bunker.
system that is accessible only through a portal found in a woman's nose. Right?
Okay.
Then it's another one where SCP-426 is a toaster that can only be referred to in the first person.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's a, if you like creepypasta, you should really
I might
this is
fall into
more
this rabbit hole.
This is more it's not horror. It's not horror.
Yeah.
It's anomalies. So there's this one SCP, it's called
It's just like weird events.
IKEA SCP. Okay, so this is called SCP-3008. It's a large retail unit previously owned by and branded as IKEA, a popular furniture chain. And this whole IKEA building is an entity itself. And when you go in, things start to get weird. And it became a game.
Wow.
Yeah, but then the game received a cease and desist by IKEA itself to change its branding because everything looked too similar to IKEA, to the colors, to the fonts, to the building, to the furnitures, etc.
The coding looks like Japanese AV.
Yeah, it looks like this. Look.
SCP-3008.
Yeah, SCP-3008.
Maria
Trapped.
Ozawa.
What?
Yeah, I'm saying the coding looks like a
I don't know what you're talking
like
about.
Japanese AV.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
NSOS 0503.
No. Sorry, man, I'm a good
Don't
boy.
look it up.
Right. So SCP on the back of the box, this game called SCP Observer is a frightening experience in which you'll play the role of a maintenance engineer trapped inside a security room, surviving by managing the emergency power supply, monitoring the facility's camera system for threats, and blocking the path of oncoming horrors. And in the picture itself, this is what the entity looks like. You probably don't know what they are. I don't know what they are. But if you want to
They
know
just look
more,
scary.
Yeah, if you want to know more, you just gotta watch the video. Because I'm planning to watch this tonight to go to sleep. And the next game that I really want to talk about is PT.
Oh, bro.
I can never ever
PT is
get enough of PT.
Okay, look, PT was one of those horror games I wanted to play. But it's because of the hype, right?
It's worth the hype though.
It is. Because it's like it was worth scaring myself to play PT.
Is it because of FOMO?
No, I wouldn't say it was because of FOMO, because it wasn't at the height of the hype that I played it. I played it quite early on. I heard murmurs of what PT was, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool. I want to check it out." And then I realized after I played was when, like, not because of me that everyone played it, obviously, but after I played, I realized that it was building a lot of hype.
Have you played it before though?
PT, yeah, I had it in my PS4.
Okay. Because it was free, right?
PS4.
PS4, yeah.
Yeah, because it was free.
Because it was free, right?
Yeah.
So I watched an episode of PT last
You've
week.
never played PT.
I played it before
you
at my
played
friend's
PT.
house. I didn't like it at all. It was scary.
It was scary,
Yeah,
dude.
it was scary. I played PT with
Yeah.
like 6 dudes behind me.
There was like a human centipede. Anyways, so there's a bathroom in that house.
Yeah. Okay.
PT.
Yeah. It's the one where the door is like.
Yeah, and
Okay.
then you would hear like a baby crying.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you go in and there's nothing there.
Yeah.
But then when you go in again, there's like something outside.
Mm-hmm.
Like that shit scares me. It's the same concept as if you find a cockroach in your room.
Oh.
Once it goes out of sight,
Oh, dude.
that's when it gets scary. Because you don't know where it is.
Mama. Mama.
I can't move.
I don't want. So there was this one time. I'm fucking terrified of cockroaches.
Yeah, me too, man.
So it's like
I'm
there's 3 things that
scared.
I'm most afraid of: cockroaches, dark places,
Mm-hmm.
and the vast blue ocean. It's like,
Oh, okay.
you know, when you're in the water and
Yeah.
you look down and you
Yeah.
can't really see far.
Yep. Yeah,
Cock-
granted, I'm scared of that too.
Cockroaches is number 1. So there's this one time. I don't even know if I can say
I have
it
a
here.
long list of fears, you know.
I don't even know if I can share it here.
What? Mine is cockroaches, lizards.
I'm okay with lizards.
Yeah, I can't do
I
lizards.
really want to share this
Cockroaches.
story. But I can't.
Why? Why? Because something to do with like a family member or something?
No, it's a bit NSFW. So.
Well, this
it
is Epic
involves-
Arcade, man.
and it involves my girlfriend. I'm just gonna put it in. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm just gonna put it in. Okay.
No, just hint at it. Like,
I mean,
you were. Like,
I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it because I already clapped. I'm just gonna say it. And during edit, if I don't like it, I'm just gonna remove it. Okay.
Cool. Just don't go into too much detail, right?
Yeah.
Like, fine.
So it starts with me and my girlfriend were showering together.
Yeah.
Right. And halfway showering, there was this giant fucking cockroach. There was this huge.
with your
cockroach.
fingers, show me how
It's
giant
like
it
the
was.
palm.
Are you serious?
I don't know. To me, it
No,
looks
it's
like
like this, lah, bro.
It's a mature cockroach.
probably-
Let's just put it. It's a mature cockroach.
Okay.
Like those fully matured
Yeah,
big ones,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And it's big. When I say it's big, right?
It's like that big, probably, or like that big, or like that big.
I don't know. That's pretty big.
Yeah, that is pretty big, bro.
That is pretty big. You want to show it
Yeah.
again?
Yeah. Yeah.
That is pretty big.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a huge cockroach. Okay.
Okay. In the
And
bathroom.
In the bathroom. Right?
In the shower.
In like while we were showering.
Okay.
While we were
Okay.
showering.
Yeah, but it was in the shower with.
Oh
you
no,
guys.
it was like at the
On the
wall,
wall,
like
okay,
near the
okay.
wall, and I freaked out because it started flying.
Ah,
it
the
started
flying
flying.
kind.
So what I
Fuck
did
that.
was
Horror.
I pushed my girlfriend away and I ran away.
Dude,
and
well, I've done
and
that
she
too.
was hitting the cockroach.
I've done that. I've done that too. Shah has to kill cockroaches for me.
Oh,
No, I've done that too. Like
I can't.
at my
with
mom's
cockroaches.
house in the kitchen, there's like big sliding windows.
Oh yeah. Okay, the one behind,
you've
right?
seen it.
The
Yeah,
one
you've
behind
seen
where
it.
the
Yeah,
sink
yeah,
is, right?
Yeah. And then these windows are open throughout the day
Mm-hmm.
because we let air in, right? And then we close it right before everybody goes up to sleep, so that when my mom cooks and all
As
that,
you would, yeah.
yeah, like it's all that's ventilated. And then I was getting a cup of I was getting some water.
Is this in the day or at night?
This is right after dinner time, so about
Okay.
8:30
Okay.
p.m. 9 p.m. I was taking some water, and you know where my water dispenser is right. The window is
Yeah,
here, and then
yeah,
my water
okay,
dispenser
okay.
is right in front of it. And I went to go get water. Shower's right behind me, so I went to go. No, shower's in front of me. So she took water first, then she turned around, and it was my turn to take water. As I was taking the water, I see a flying cockroach just land on the window panel,
Okay. Which is like an arm's reach away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I freaked out already. Shower's in front of me. It started to like fly, And with my glass of water, and I was behind Shah, right? I held Shah's shoulder and I pushed it her side and I ran. I was like, hop. And I'm like 100 kilos, right?
You're a big guy.
Yeah, I'm a
You're
big guy. And I felt like I was running fast.
Wait, when you push Shah away, was it like a gentle tug or were you like?
I tried to be as gentle as I could,
Okay.
but it was a panic.
Yeah. Okay.
It felt like I was moving fast, but then now I think back, I heard my footsteps and it wasn't very fast. Like, but to me, it felt swift. Felt like the great escape.
I can only imagine what Shah was thinking.
Shah was like,
"What the fuck?"
yeah. So I was like, what the fuck? You saved your life.
Yeah, because that's what happened to me.
Yeah. And this is like, I'll take a bullet for you, babe.
Yeah, it's like because what me and my girlfriend did was like what me and Vern did was like, as she was killing the cockroach, you know, I mustered up some courage to try to whack it with a broom, and when it died, we were both like, okay, we're so glad it died. And then she paused for a while and she was like, "You just pushed me away and ran away." And I'm like,
The truth set in, right? Like,
yeah. And I felt so fucking bad, but at the same time, I'm fucking terrified of, like, I can't.
yeah, I can't do cockroaches.
Dude, there was this one time, man, at one of our mutual friends' car. I'm just gonna name his name, but I'm gonna bleep it out in post. We went makan after a shift, and
I don't put it past him, you know, to have roaches in his car.
yeah. So anyway, that happened. We sat in his car. Was me driving. Me and then Matt. We were sitting behind, and we were driving. We started feeling, you know, tickling sensation on our legs. Oh. So, because it was at night, we finished our F&B shift already, and then we just went to makan. It was dark, cannot see anything.
Was this while you guys were working at Thursdays?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reached the place, you know, the car. When someone opened the door, the light turns on, right? And we looked down, bro. It was, I don't know.
Was it a big one?
It was 1,000 small ones.
Ah!
It was like a lot of small ones. Like oh my Jesus.
Oh my God.
Oh my Lord, man. Oh Jesus.
This is the first time he's seen it in his car. I looked at it, I freaked out, bro. Did you see me? Did you see the double take?
You're like we're supposed to be talking about horror stories.
No, this is horror, man.
Yeah, anyways, yeah, so me and Matt was like, dude, what the fuck, man? That's so disgusting. It's like, hey, no. I didn't drive the car. I was like, bro, that was one of the most terrifying experiences that I had. Again, it's not supernatural, you know, it's not like hantu ke, pontianak ke or anything. It's just like fucking cockroaches.
Dude, if someone made a game about cockroaches and called it horror, it's horror, man.
There's a game like that. It's called Fallout.
Yeah, no, stop talking. Oh, Fallout? Yeah.
Fallout.
Yeah.
Do you know for the longest time, I think I mentioned this before on one of the previous episodes, that for the longest time I couldn't play Fallout New Vegas or was it Fallout 3? I can't remember because as you exit the vault, you have to fight rat roaches.
Yeah.
And they make the sound,
Yeah.
and they're like huge.
Yeah.
And all you had was a fucking baseball bat.
Yeah. You get chased by them, you know.
You get chased by 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
I remember this very vividly. Because while I saw more than one, I Alt F4, and I didn't play the game for a very long time. How I exited that vault was like I had to ask one of our friends to just come and kill that for me. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can't do it. You know, at what is that place called? Aquaria, KLCC.
Aquaria?
Yeah.
Okay.
Aquaria. Before you get to like the oceanic.
Yeah, there's like a bug section, right?
Yeah, and then there's like a I forgot what it's called, like an American beetle roach or something like that.
Oh yeah,
different-
like those
different species
big
of cockroaches.
fat ones, right? The one without
Yeah, those are
wings.
disgusting, man.
Will you eat one?
No,
Why?
I don't even want to see one.
Okay, cool.
Would you eat 1,000 cockroaches
No.
where you saw it?
No.
Exactly. Yeah, so back to the actual horror, man. Yeah, I was freaked out by this, bro.
Yeah.
So PT. I have a lot of memories with PT. I've played it more than once, actually. I remember one time we really wanted to experience PT. It was back in my family home in KJ, Klanajaya. And it was in my room. I share a room with my brother. And it's a cockroach.
I know. I saw.
Yeah, fuck that scene, bro.
I like no. The fact that we're just watching this muted is completely fine. But if you have sound, dude, I can't take the sound, man. I don't want to take the sound.
Just one time.
No, I don't want to.
Just one time, bro.
No, I don't
like
want-
really like really low volume.
Okay, low volume.
That's not low enough.
Sorry, I thought it was low.
Oh. You get your neck broken, is it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't remember much of PT. This was supposed to be Silent Hill, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and anyways,
Silent Hill was
that's
like
enough. That's enough. Of that
on
shit.
the trajectory to becoming one of the greatest horror games.
Yeah, and Konami was like
Just
"Nah, it's okay."
based on PT.
Yeah,
Then the whole thing was just
you know,
scrapped off.
you know
right?
who was supposed to be the main character for PT?
Who?
Norman Reedus.
Oh shit.
You know the Walking Dead guy, the wild looking guy with the
Yeah.
crossbow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was supposed to be the main character for it.
Yeah. Yeah, PT a lot of memories.
Hmm.
I remember switching off all the lights in the room. It was me and my brother.
Lord.
And we switched off all the lights and it was just the
So it was just you and
TV.
Arif
Yeah,
Vanilla.
me and
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Arif and I. And we tried to play PT. But I started getting shivers. So I switched the lights back on. Like, okay, this
No,
is one
you
step too
feel like-
far.
You feel like you have the like. Sometimes when you're scared, but you muster that courage to even try a horror game,
Yep.
just for it to fuck you over because maybe it was just too scary or the
Yep.
sound design was like really really fucked up or the monster design is like really really messed up, and
Yep.
then you're like, you know what? Why am I doing this to myself? And then you just quit and you never look back
Yep.
again.
But like PT, I would honestly play it again.
Really?
Yeah, if you put it in front of me, like you put a PlayStation in front of me with PT inside and a TV, I'll probably pick it up and play it
Because
again.
this is all on record, you know.
Yeah,
It was
yeah. I would literally play PT again. I would walk into walls because my eyes would be closed,
okay, but
but
you
I
would
would
play.
experience it again. Yes, and I'll tell you why. PT is the only one that will let me do that. PT is the only game I will allow to give me that experience. And it's because I know that it's a short experience.
Oh, that's true.
It's not a
That's
full
true.
game.
Yeah, PT literally stands for playable teaser.
Yeah. It's actually really, but it feels like it's forever when you're playing it. And then you get that phone call.
Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. I remember that. That's okay. There's two more games that I want to highlight here, right? The first one is called both of these are Chinese made.
Okay.
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 And if you think Western horror is scary, Chinese like Oriental horror.
Yeah.
is like-
That's always been the case, right? Like American horror movies are creepy.
I would say American horror would be somewhere here. But when it
Yeah.
comes to like Thai Korean horror,
Yeah.
bro, it's like okay, I'm here, right? It's like right here, man. Oh Jesus.
This is what I'll say, okay? Like American horror movies are well thought out. Some of them are well thought out.
Mm-hmm.
They got like intricate plot lines, really, really captivating plot twists, and then they like to go into the history of things,
Mm-hmm.
and then like why was this place haunted type stuff.
To the point it's sometimes long-winded.
Yeah, like the Conjuring universe.
Yeah.
I mean they had to make like 4 or 5 different movies just to explain the origins of
Yeah.
it.
And then there's like sub films as well.
Yeah,
Like Annabelle and
Yeah.
then The Nun, I think.
yeah. But like Asian horror movies, like Thai horror movies,
Oh,
Indonesian
bro,
horror
they don't
movies,
fuck
Japanese
around,
horror
man.
movies, Chinese horror movies, they just do it.
They don't fuck
They
around.
just make
man.
it
Yeah, they
scary
don't fuck
for
around.
the fuck of being scary, bro. Like
They don't fuck around, man.
they don't give a shit.
Like even though their CGI is not as good as the Western ones, as
Yeah.
the Western horror films, dude, the plot, the sound, the ghosts.
Yeah.
I think
It's
because
because they use practical effects, man.
number one, number two is because it hits a bit too close to home.
Yeah. Because they use like spirit references that you're familiar with.
Yeah.
And like your parents, your grandparents used to talk about like those like like Lang Sui, for example.
Oh yeah. Okay. The one where there's no body, a floating head,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, or like the story about the Karak Highway where you fight the yellow beetle.
Yes.
That type of stuff. Like if you make movies about that, then granted, like if it was like us watching the movie, then yeah, it'd be scary. But if it was like someone else who has never heard about that story, then maybe it's just another scary story.
So I have a question for you, Fik.
Mm.
Do you think when hantu become hantu, they kind of get like a costume change? Because when we talk about, let's just say, Western horrors, for example,
Yeah.
right? They're always in like a wedding gown,
Yeah.
or like,
I mean, they're in the clothes that they died in, right?
Yeah.
Usually,
perhaps
like even in Malay horror.
it's like if it's a Malay ghost, then there'll be like like a
Yeah,
pocong.
like pocong would be they're in the kain kapan, right?
What if you died and then you were wearing like a hoodie and baggy pants?
And a durag.
Yeah, right.
Then the council of spirits at the top will deem you
Unfit.
will deem that you are unfit for scaring,
Yeah,
and then they
because
give you an outfit change. Yeah,
because when you think about like typical ghosts, if you see in horror films, it's always like wedding gowns or like a pocong, for example,
yeah.
or like a pontianak
Yeah.
with just like a white dress or like a white
Yep.
rag. Why is there no like a hip hop ghost, for example, or like a politician ghost, for example? I mean, people
What would
die.
what would a politician go?
I don't know, in a blue suit and a red tie.
Well, I guess you have to go back to like the reason why spirits feel why they become vengeful spirits, right? Because that's what ghosts are. Ghosts that scare and kill people are technically vengeful spirits, right?
Yeah, like they did not have a good passing. Maybe my question should be, why is there no modern ghost?
What's a modern ghost?
Exactly. There's no modern ghost.
Yeah, but what is a modern ghost? I mean, if you looked at a ghost right now, what qualifies it as modern?
I don't know.
Exactly. So that's why there are no modern ghosts, right? Because like ghosts are timeless. Everyone dies in the same like there's no modern kain kapan. It's a kapan with a Nike.
Or like LV.
Just do it.
Or like LV.
Yeah. If there was one, that'd be fucked up. But you get what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like people get buried in
Traditional clothing.
traditional
Yeah.
traditional clothes. I
Traditional
guess.
clothes, yeah. Like if I die and I reincarnate into a hantu, I'd probably be in like shorts and a Uniqlo Arism long sleeve tee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oversized tee, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't think that's scary.
I have a
It's-
question for you.
It's not a compelling horror.
I have a question for
Okay.
you. If you were a English speaking guy from like the Western world,
Okay.
and you traveled here,
Here as in
And
like Malaysia?
Malaysia.
Okay.
and then you find yourself face to face with a local ghost, a local spirit, would that spirit know to speak in English so that the other person can understand the threats?
That's a good question, right? Imagine haunting someone in a language that is not native to them. And you're like
You probably have to use a universal word that's scary.
boo.
Yeah. Right, that's something I think about. It's food for thought. It's food for thought, right? Like
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like
yeah, like my brother.
imagine going to Japan, right? And then like a Japanese ghost is haunting you in like Japanese, for example. It's gonna be like the scary movie scene where the kid is just like
Toyota.
Mitsubishi Toyota.
That's the most racist scene I've ever seen.
That
bro.
is. I mean,
But my brother had a history of being able to see spirits,
Arif?
and he could hear them,
Oh Jesus.
and they spoke in English. So maybe it's a thing where like you're a spirit, and you are able to embody what's the word for it? You can embody a representation of what is scary to the person.
It's like that Harry Potter thing, that closet that keeps the thing that you're most afraid of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot what that's called.
Yeah, I forgot.
What's
I
it-
forgot too.
A Horcrux,
If you open that closet, what would you see?
cockroaches,
Cockroaches, huh?
cockroaches. Not a
That's
big
your
one.
number one fear,
Yeah, dude,
cockroaches?
cockroaches, man.
I don't know what my number one fear would be. You know, in the rankings of like what people say their biggest fears are,
Okay,
you know, take a guess at what number one is.
being broke.
No, public speaking.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's number one. The number one fear in the world is public speaking.
I kind of have a breakthrough from that already, so I'm pretty okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty okay.
Yeah.
But I still
I-
won't actively voice out in front of a lot of people, though.
I mean, yeah, a lot of people wouldn't. I mean, it comes down to like speak when spoken to type stuff, right?
Right.
Like unsolicited advice is never welcomed.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, anyways, that's a different story.
Anyways, the next game is called Night Security, and on the back of the box, Night Security is a psychological horror game created by Chilias Art.
Chilies.
You play as a security guard placed in charge of patrolling a building at midnight after the previous security guard, Keigo, went missing.
Shit. Yeah, I
So-
hate those ones.
So let's watch a quick clip of it, right?
I hate anything that's got to do with like abandoned buildings or like night. What the fuck is that, bro?
I don't know, man.
Now your algorithm is all that.
That's fine. Yeah, this is one thing about all this horror game. There's no sprinting.
That's what makes it scary, dude. Like if you get chased, you can't run.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like a nightmare.
That light's not helping.
Yeah, I hate when they make you use a flashlight, but everything else
It's dark.
is abnormally dark.
It's like they have never used a flashlight before in their life.
Exactly. There's ambient lighting, guys.
Why are you covering your eyes, man? Now I'm scared too. Hey, don't lah.
Whatever, dude.
Oh, it's coming, Flick, it's coming. Flick, it's coming. How can someone play a game like that and not get scared?
I don't know.
Dude, I probably shit my pants.
Dude,
now,
my
now,
fingers
now.
are too
Oh,
fat.
Jesus Christ, man.
I can't see through the thing. I can't see through my fingers. Wait. So what? It's just a random person?
Yeah. He turned.
You got scared, bro.
The fact that we don't even have volume here, man. Yeah, okay. So it's just a game where you play as a security guard. And yeah, that's night security. I love watching this kind of stuff because the intensity is not as strong or compelling as like a AAA Hollywood film, right? But it's just nice enough to just scare you shitless. And then the last one is a Hong Kong paranormal game called Paranormal HK, and on the back of the box it says that you and your friends are in the office working at night shift. Suddenly lights go out and a terrifying entity haunts the building. You must solve the puzzle with your friends and escape from the ghost in this crazy survival action game. Would you like to play it with me? You can be my friend.
You want to play this game?
Yeah. Like what are you looking at right now, Fig?
I'm not looking at anything. My eyes are out of focus. I'm just
Spacing out.
yeah.
on the
I'm
screen.
just actively spacing out. No, but honestly, if we're gonna play, like I said yesterday, right? Like I'm willing to play it for content.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like I wouldn't play it for fun. There's this one
I don't even want to watch this right now, dude.
there's this one horror game I remember watching by accident.
How do you watch a horror game by accident?
I don't know, TikTok.
Oh, okay.
You're just
okay.
scrolling
Yeah,
and then something like interesting happens and then you realize it's a horror thing. But it's a I don't know was it like a Taiwanese horror game?
Mm-hmm.
The trailer I remember has like candles and then there's like a picture, an old picture on the wall, and then there's this little haunted doll that appears out of nowhere. Sometimes when you play the game, you turn around and it's just on
Okay,
a desk or something, and it gets closer. I don't remember what it, but we talked about it once, a while back. Like I don't know, like
I'm glad I don't
30
remember.
episodes ago.
I'm glad I don't remember.
But that was like when I accidentally saw it on TikTok. That was scary because I hate it when things appear as I turn around in video games.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah,
you
for
look
sure.
on the right and then you look to the left.
No,
and
one
then
of those.
something's there.
Well, one of the scariest ghosts, in my opinion, are those that they don't move when you're looking at them,
Yeah.
but if you look away, they start chasing you until you look back at them
Yep.
again. Then they stop.
Yeah.
I can't do that shit, man. That is a chase scene times 10. Man.
Yeah, I hate chase scenes, man. I hate ghost chase scenes. Like you see something from far and you're
Oh my
meant to
God.
see it, and then
Yeah.
you're supposed to walk the other way, but naturally you have this curiosity to find out if it's still there. So you
Yeah.
turn around and it's closer,
Or it's not there anymore.
or it's not there anymore,
Yeah.
or it's like right in front of you.
So, anyways, that's all the time we have for you guys this week. We have been
enough
your
of this
video
horror
game.
thing, man.
We have been your video game best friend. My name is Kelvin Tay.
And I'm Afiq K.
And on this episode, we just kind of want to fill up, the Halloween spirit of things that actually scares us. And initially, I only had a list of 5 games here that I personally want to watch or have watched. But we ended up sharing a lot of personal stories about, personal
Like
experience.
horror. I have a question for you.
Okay, let's go.
If you had a Halloween party and
Mhm.
I arrived as a cockroach, would you let me in?
No.
Seriously?
How realistic is it? Like a very
I mean, I'm gonna go all out, right?
like is it a very realistic cockroach, or are you talking about
Yeah, like if
a-
if I lie down on all fours,
all right,
I'm gonna look like a big ass cockroach on the floor.
I probably won't let you in, man. I'll just unfriend you there. Dude.
I will go on all fours and chase you, bro.
I probably won't let you in. It's a no for me. No, pass.
It's a no for me, dog.
It's a no for me. Thank you.
Cool, got my answer.
Yeah. So we talked about 5 games. The first one is Fears to Fathom series, and then we have the SCP Observer, and then we have back we have
Back of the box.
we have PT, we have Night Security, and finally we have Panorama.
Panorama. It's like Panasonic. Paranormal HK.
Paranormal HK.
That's right.
And yeah, I would really like to know what is your personal favorite horror games, because I had a conversation with Rex yesterday, and she's a huge fan of horror as well.
Yeah,
So-
she is. We were talking about it, right?
So maybe you could tell us or share with us what is your favorite horror game. What is one horror game that you really like watching, or even a horror film that you personally enjoy? You
Yeah.
can reach out to us at Epic Arcade Pod. Should be somewhere here
Yeah.
at Epic Arcade Pod on Instagram. If not, again, we are your video game best friends. That's all the
Yeah.
time we have for you guys. Until the next one.
See ya. Happy Halloween.
Ciao.
Bye.
3, 2, 1.